Club. I'm Colby Fenton.
It's your boy LP.
And sorry to make you watch that movie.
Dude, hey, don't apologize. We're all adults here. Unless you're a child, hopefully you didn't watch this movie. If you are a parent, don't watch it with your kids. Don't have it for family movie night. But we did watch Enter the Void. Came out in 2009, 2010. Let's do a little recap real quick.
Yes,
because there was a lot of stuff that happened here. It was like way out of who knows what left field. But this is the essential things just so everybody catches up to speed with us. And we're setting the tone for the rest of the episode for the deep dive and such. So, movie is this drug dealer, Tokyo, Japan, very hallucinatory. A lot of strobe light effects, so be warned.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't think there was a warning.
There was not an epileptic seizure warning.
Yes,
and
beware of that if you're going to tune in and watch. Drug deal goes bad. Boom, kablow, shotgun to the chest, death. What happens after you die? That's what we explore. Third body, out of body experience, kind of first person perspectives through some of it as well, kind of a POV situation. You're like kind of floating around all of Tokyo and you get to glimpse some of the past of this individual as well as some of like the aftermath and what happens after the guy gets shot, that guy dies. Mm-hmm. It all sort of comes full circle towards the very end, and it, I think, closes a bow on the whole situation on like the theory. We'll get into some theories of life and death and the cycles and reincarnation if you believe in that.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
No,
level?
It's definitely just a trippy movie that's like kind of like, you know, your life flashes before your eye and then the journey that it goes on. Yeah.
Yeah. So given that, with that in mind, what was your critical consensus?
Okay. So my critical consensus for Enter the Void is it is a tough movie to get through. While it could be praised for its hypnotic camera work and unique perspective, I found it overly long, emotionally exasperating, and excessively sexualized. Its ambition is undeniable, but the experience felt more exhausting than rewarding.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I don't disagree with that. I do think that maybe we should put some parameters around how long our consensuses are, but that's neither here nor there. I see the full ass page, dude.
That's what I do for every single one.
It's fine. I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
My consensus is it's a one-of-a-kind film exploring the finality of life and what comes after. In caps. Do not watch this with your kids.
Yeah. It's depressing.
Don't watch it with your kids. Or your family. Because you did say the hypersexualization. Like, there's a lot of sex scenes.
Yeah.
I forgot after the first time.
That there were that much for my liking.
Yeah. So that was a bit uncomfortable. Especially when you're in a room and we watched this one together, too. And we're like...
I watched this with Octavio and his fiancée, Zoe.
Yeah, dude.
And there was just nonstop sex.
And then Michael was there, too.
The whole time.
He came through. But yeah. So that's our consensus is... Consensi?
So now let's get into our Rotten Tomato predictions.
Yeah, what was the Rotten Tomato for you?
Yeah, so I gave it like maybe the critics are, because there is a lot of, you know, very interesting cinematography and like perspective. And
I think it got some awards for that.
And so, you know, so I gave it a 65% critics and then an audience 52%. And
okay.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, and see, I kind of did a fun little Enter the Void
I like that.
Thing. So, yeah, 65%, 51% audience. Sorry.
Dang, dude. So you went on the lower end, and I went on the mid. So I gave it a critic 70%, audience 76%, and bada boom, bada bang. That's the tomato meter?
Yeah, that's what the score is? That's because you got it like on the money. You got it on the money there, so...
Okay.
Congratulations.
Interesting. I was fully prepared for this to be a splat. Like I could have gone either way. It could have gone.
It was like very artsy, and
yes.
That's what I feel like the critics were gonna praise it for.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's exactly what I ended up basing my score on. I was thinking of going 80 for it.
Yeah.
But
it was very just 7. You know,
artsy.
And it's like almost the same exact popcorn meter as the critics.
And for the deep dive, though, I think we can get into like the reasons why I think it went really well.
We're gonna,
Careful with that cord. Yeah, there you go. Pretty good.
It's me again. All right. So, Enter the Void is a grimy and psychedelic. Enter the Void ushers audiences through an out-of-body experience with the eye for extremity and technical wizardry that Jasper Noe
Yeah, French, I
fans
believe.
have come to expect. Sorry if I butchered that.
That's the director.
Yeah,
Jasper
yeah.
Noed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read a lot of like different Reddit forums about this director, and this is kind of like, he does crazy things like this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went into it. So we had watched it a while back, maybe a decade ago or something, and I remember just being like, "What the fuck happened? What did I just watch?"
Yeah.
And this go around, similar experience, but I got to see you experience that for the first time. And
Yeah,
I think, and initially I was like, okay, did I like this enough to want to recommend it again? And initially, after the closing credits, I was like, eh. But as I've sat with it now a couple more days, I do think I would still recommend this movie again to somebody with the warnings of like, there's a lot of sex and there's a lot of strobe.
I get, and like, and this will kind of go into the burning questions, but like,
yeah, get into it.
Well, like before, it's like very sexualized, which I don't totally have a problem with it, but I think because it was mostly his sister and mom.
Yeah, that was weird.
Sex scenes. That's what I think I had like just being uncomfortable, and that's probably what the director was trying to do, to make you uncomfortable. But it's just not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah. And so two things to that. First thing is, okay, there are two things that in this life as human beings, they're either like necessary or like inevitable, right? And that is sexual intercourse for the next generation, just like human beings to survive as a species.
Mm-hmm.
And the inevitable thing is death.
Yeah.
Right? So those two things we know, reproduction and death. Now, where we get uncomfortable, sex, especially in Western culture, is super taboo, right? There are other places around the world where it's not as taboo. Now, the whole parent or sister sibling thing, that's a little weird, but it's taboo for us, right?
I think it should be taboo for everyone.
You look at like historically, has it been taboo? Now, stay with me. Death, we're so uncomfortable with death. We don't talk about death as human like as like just Joe Schmo, you to another person. You're not talking about death openly, candidly, most of the time.
I think people are more uncomfortable with sex than death.
Yeah, but both things make us uncomfortable, which I think that there are those parallels with this movie where there's like all of this sex that you're kind of uncomfortable with, but then also like the underlying theme of the whole film is like this guy died and he's having this out-of-body experience where he's now this camera over all of these scenes. I think like you said, it's like meant to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. And personally, I'm not uncomfortable with the idea of death, and I really like actually movies exploring that. Yeah. It was really the sexualization that made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Personally. And also that there was also like no hope in this movie that I experienced. There was just there was just the lives of these people that were seriously effed up in the beginning of their lives, and just journeying through his like flashback was just utterly depressing. And even at the end of the movie, the climax of the movie, as you say,
we're not going to show that.
There's a literal climax.
It's literally. I've never seen, but that's the thing. That's one of the things of like, I've never seen anything like that represented in a movie.
Yeah.
Where
the idea of reincarnation, I think, you could go in a lot of different ways other than that movie did. Like maybe.
But have other movies or other ways that you've heard of explored it this way? And I haven't.
Well, like the idea of like floating around and just, waiting for your moment to like get in there. I could see that at the end of the movie. Like this is a movie that explores, someone's choices in life, but it really didn't I didn't really see a blend. It was really just, okay, we're just going around these different people having sex.
Yeah. So here's my theory. Ready? So
Yeah.
getting into this. So I have two things, and one theory I think you could kind of like brush away because it's like, maybe there's some closure towards the end. But the first theory is that in this whole thing was a hallucination, because early on in the movie he's ripping that DMT,
Right.
and like I've never done DMT, but it seemed like he was smoking a lot of it. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
So if that
absolutely.
whole thing from there on is like an entire trip, and the whole movie, and even him seeing himself floating and him reincarnating and being a baby again is all just a hallucination. Reason I think that would be plausible is because you hear people's, just like, I've gone down YouTube rabbit holes, or like people that have gone on DMT trips or like ayahuasca or whatever, and they say like in these hallucinatory states that they've lived like months or like multiple lives, and they've experienced like life so many times when they're in there, even though it's really only like a 10-15 minute high, right?
Yeah.
Or trip.
Yeah, right.
And so that's my first theory, is like, okay, maybe this entire movie is just a trip,
But
and
it's
then
him hallucinating.
yeah, and so he's just like hallucinating this whole time, thinking like, if I leave my room right now, what's gonna happen, right? And this is what he's imagining. And partially I think that is valid because like in the very opening scenes, he's already talking to his sister. She's telling him like, I'm scared of dying because I wouldn't want to be stuck in that void, right? So these words that then end up coming true like in the whole movie, and him like hallucinating, right? And then there's another piece where Alex, the guy that is like in love with his sister, is telling him like, there's this theory about reincarnation and how you just like keep reliving the same life until you figure out your shit that you need to figure out, that trauma. Wherein I think the trauma is his parents' horrible death in their accident.
Yep.
Because that comes up and it just flashes a bunch of times throughout the movie, where it's kind of like, okay, were these things said before he ripped that DMT, and now he's just tripping and in like just imagining these things and like forever, and he's stuck in that zone.
Yeah.
Any thoughts to that? I feel like I just rambled for that theory.
No, yeah. So if it was a hallucination of his own accord, that's even more troublesome. Because that means he did have agency of like seeing his sister get railed many, many times.
Yeah.
And see, so I would say hopefully that's not the case, and it was just him dying. And that's actually one of my burning questions: is did he have any agency while he was floating around?
So then to answer that question, the other theory kind of goes in line with this. I think there's like, he actually dies, and now he's in that reincarnation loop,
And it's
where
he's just along for the
he's,
ride.
he's along for the ride. He doesn't have any
Hopefully,
memory. He
for
doesn't
his sake.
Well, he doesn't have any memory of what his physical body was after he leaves his body.
But
remember,
he stays around his sister because of the blood pact.
because of the blood pact.
Or else
they
that I
made as
don't
a
think
child.
why would he be so involved into that?
I think I agree with you. Like that's the
'Cause he said, "I'm never
hit the
going to
nail on
leave
the
you, even after death."
Yeah, because they were separated at a very young age, right? They had that traumatic experience together. That is bonding them, right? That trauma bond, literally. They both saw their parents die in front of them, blood, gore, car accident. And then she is pulled away from him. And then now they're like rekindling their relationship, reconnecting. Now they're both adults, probably young 20s, late teens, and they're in Japan.
Yeah.
And so they had made that blood pact when they were kids too. So I think that's why he's floating around, and he's like, I'm
Also,
already with
do you think his entity, kind of like right after he initially died, and it did that first kind of like shocking scene, right?
with the parents?
With his sister and the
with
Asian
sister,
guy.
Yeah, okay.
Do you think that his entity, his spirit, knew that she was going to get an abortion? Because he didn't go in, he didn't do that
go
thing
in
at
there,
the the end of the movie like he did.
Right.
Because like that was conception,
It's
like
true.
there was conception there, but he didn't do it.
Or
Right?
didn't he try?
Well,
And then
no, he didn't. He like, but he kind of tried.
he tried, but then I think, he
But
probably
he kind of
just
came out. But like,
pulled
why
out.
wouldn't he? It was going to be conceived right there. But did he know that it was? Did the entity reincarnation know that was going to be aborted? So then,
That's a good
You know what I
question,
mean?
and I don't know if the movie really explains that, but I think
My
what we
theory
can,
would be that his entity knew that there was going to be an abortion, so he didn't go through
so he
with
didn't go
it.
through with it.
That would be my
The
best
other,
explanation.
yeah, the other thought I think is just like the movie just showing traumatic because it's like heavily trauma, like past histories coming back to haunt you, like interwoven into it, and so I think that for me was just more of a damn. There's already a shitty situation that's going on, and just because there's one shitty thing in your life doesn't mean that everything else stops and everything else is like rolling out the red carpet for you to take care of you. Other
Yeah.
shitty things just keep happening
Mhm.
depending on your situation. And so that's the way I was sort of interpreting that, is like she just found out her brother died and now she's got to go get this abortion because it's like some
But
pimp.
then, like, why wouldn't she get the abortion the second time?
Was
why?
it the same guy? Was that a different guy?
It was Alex.
It was
the second guy.
Same. So Alex is a different guy.
Alex was the long hair guy.
Yeah. So that's a
At
different
the
guy.
end of the movie.
Yeah, and that's a different guy.
So
maybe she likes him,
Okay.
and that's why she got the abortion with the other guy who
Yeah.
she did not like,
Right,
and he
right.
forced himself upon her essentially.
Yeah. it's
Deep
kinda
dark movie,
weird.
man.
Mhm.
Deep dark movie. Okay, so yeah, you listened to me ramble about my theory. I think we kind of agreed on your question about like, is there agency or not? I don't think there's agency that he had when he was floating around.
Mhm.
The trauma, do you agree? Do you think that the trauma that I think if he's in that loop, like Alex was explaining, like that one belief of like, you have to keep reliving this loop until you figure out the shit that you're meant to figure out. I think what he's supposed to figure out, what Oscar, the main character, is supposed to figure out is that trauma of his parents dying as a kid. Because that is a constant thing that keeps coming up.
Figuring what out?
Figuring out, like, being okay with that, because that obviously like really fucks you up, anybody.
Yeah.
But it led him, it impacted him in a way to where he's now in this life of like drug dealing and not living the best of lives.
Well, it showed it a couple times there, but it didn't really depict of how he overcame that.
Right.
Trauma.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he has. And so
Yeah.
that's what I think is like the whole movie is him having to relive this whole loop. Now he's a baby again. He's being reborn. And now he's got to go through this to like figure that trauma out again.
Well, but his sister is going to be his mom.
But is it?
Yeah.
Question mark, because no. The blurry scene at the very end. Yeah, just because he was like in his sister. That's weird. But the very last scenes, it was kind of blurry, baby eyes opening. Hair wasn't red; it was brunette, like his mom's. I don't know how to explain that. That would
So
be
you
what
think
happens.
he didn't get reincarnated?
He would. I think it's just like the loop.
So then the
of
movie's
what-
not about reincarnation.
Of what Alex, it's a certain type of belief of reincarnation. I think is what Alex was saying.
So it's just reliving your life over and over again.
Reliving your life over and over again. Yeah.
Um,
Until you figure out that trauma.
that's even
But it's
way more
crazy.
incredibly depressing
It's crazy.
than
It-
I even thought the
it's-
movie was about.
I mean, but it really, you know what? I mean,
this is a horrible movie.
Getting outside of the like how depressing it is, dude. Just
What's the
it's
point?
made
What's the
us
point of the
think-
movie?
It's made us think about what happens after death. Nobody knows, right? And I think if you take this forward, is like trying to hash out your own internal demons and your own shit, your own trauma that has forced you to be the way that you are right now, and getting that shit sorted. That's kind of what I took away from it.
Yeah, but he didn't get it sorted.
Right. And that's what we saw is if you don't get your shit sorted and this shit is what happens, this reincarnation is what happens, then you're just going to be stuck in that loop.
Yeah,
forever.
but it's also not even clear that even if you get your shit sorted, that it's all going to be okay.
Right.
So
But would you rather get your shit sorted or would you rather just keep
reliving
wallowing
my life.
in your shitty life? Yeah.
Well, I think that's subjective for everyone. Some people have really good lives, and they would be like, "Yeah,
Okay.
I'll relive it again."
If you're in this Oscar's life.
Yeah, you're just fucked, I guess.
Unless you break that loop.
But there's also no certainty that even if you do break that loop, what happens after? You just get reincarnated.
I don't know. You're just being very pessimistic right now. I just think it's like
Yeah,
you
it's
try.
a very-
I think
it's a
I think you
tough
try
movie.
something new, in breaking that loop, and then whatever happens after that, you'll just have to wait to find out.
and getting reincarnated somewhere else.
Maybe then you become Bark Lee.
I don't know. I just it was a tough one.
I can tell it was a tough one for you to watch. Give it like 5-6 more years and then rewatch it. And let me know what you
No,
think.
I'm gonna put this on the blacklist of movies that I will never watch again. Kind of like Requiem for a Dream. Requiem for a Dream is a really good movie, but I will never want to watch it again.
And I still haven't watched it.
Like
So,
you know, so
don't
this is
really-
that type of movie, but it didn't really. It like just I didn't feel any hope from this. It was just horrible things that kept happening to this person and this person's everyone in this person's life.
Yeah.
There was no
That's real
like
life. Dude. That's real life.
yeah, but why do I have to subject
Because we only
myself to
saw,
that?
if you think about it too, we only saw what, like 15 minutes of this guy's life. And then it was all just like in this, potentially this is what happens after someone dies,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Damn, it's tough. Oh, Lights Out. You know that movie?
Lights
Ooh. Hold, please. Yeah, as you figure that out, I think
Oh, maybe because of that.
to wrap this up, unless you have any other burning questions, I doubt you have any other burning questions. It sounds like we're kind of at a dead end here. I think it is one movie that will really make you analyze the significance of life and what comes after. And while we're on this, if anything, while we're on this rock fucking hurling through space, it'll make you reanalyze a little bit of what your actions are and how they might impact you in the afterlife. I think.
Yeah,
But it does make you feel uneasy. It makes you feel a little bit gross.
yeah.
But it is very thought provoking.
I just didn't like the no hope aspect, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I already feel, you know, it's like, oh man, I needed to watch a happy movie after that.
Yeah. Did Memento make you feel like there was hope?
That one was
There was no hope in that movie.
He had no hope, but they didn't show.
I think
him.
it's more like the sister watching his sister have sex
At least he was alive,
is probably
and
the thing.
his memory, like his memory was he was like a victim of his own memory. It was like a totally different type of movie.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't.
I was just
a
trying to
sitcom.
dial into why this was such a hopeless movie for you.
Do you find hope in this movie?
I think so.
Well,
Hope in the fact that it would make me analyze the shit that I'm doing so that I don't get stuck in a loop like that.
yeah, but the thing is, there was
I'm
no.
gonna be a better person
There was
because
no,
of Enter the Void.
There was no like way he could get out of it, and there was no like direction or plot line that like said if you get out of it. And that was like a sentence or two
Yeah.
in the whole movie.
How important are the smallest things in life that we always think of as insignificant and shove off? Because that's not going to be that huge. Just one line.
Yeah, but
All these little actions and things
I like
that you
movies
do.
that have like plot lines and actual
The butterfly effect.
you know, logic to it.
Dude, that had some. We're talking about reincarnation, dude. You can't just be like,
Yeah, but-
this has to be logical.
But you said this movie wasn't even about reincarnation. It was just about getting stuck in a loop forever and ever.
But that's the whole thing of reincarnation. Like he
Really?
became right. Isn't that like reincarnation? Like you're always alive and then you're reincarnated into the next thing. It's a loop of life.
Yeah, but you're saying that he just goes back to his own life. That's
think
not
we're- I
reincarnation.
think
That's hell.
We're stuck in a loop right now of just going back and forth on the same thing.
Well,
You didn't like the movie.
didn't like
I
the
like
movie.
the movie.
So I'm going to talk
And
about
that's
it.
okay.
I like it.
We'll agree to disagree on this one. Don't watch it with your kids.
Don't
but
watch the
let's-
movie.
But let's move
Period. That's my advice.
on. 73% of the critics disagree with
I was surprised with the audience.
What was the audience?
72.
72. Okay.
Yeah.
I gave it 76. But cool. All right. Any last
But
words
what's
before we close
the
this book?
movie of the week for next week?
Oh, dude. Okay. Movie of the week for next week. We're going more recent. We're going on New York Times 100 Best Movies of the 20th Century, and we're going to go with Parasite.
Parasite?
I was gonna say Enter
Yeah.
the Void too.
Enter the Void 2.
sequel. He's
Dude, Parasite 2000. 2021.
Parasite. This is
Remember
the
that?
same guy that directed the new movie with Robert Pattinson last year.
Oh, I
Um,
don't know that one.
isn't it like
Jun-
Jung-woo something?
Yeah, I didn't want to try to pronounce it because I was gonna butcher it, but yes.
This won a bunch of Oscars. I'm pretty sure this
Big
this
movie. Yeah. Big movie. Talk about maybe we should stop doing such depressing movies. The next one.
There,
We'll move on to different
I
one.
think
This is good.
there's certain depressing movies that I like, but I just did not like the hypnotic, like camera point of view. Also,
Yeah, it was wild. I
Which-
liked it.
yeah, it was just like made me sick.
Yeah, it was a little disorienting.
But
check it out
now,
if you're 18 or over.
yeah,
Parasite next week.
Parasite. So now let's get into some actors,
Let's get into
some celebrities.
who's that celebrity?
Oh yeah, wait. Let's go to our favorite scene of the movie. This is the only thing we can show you.
You have now entered the void.
Yeah. Okay. So I think Octavio, you're up first.
Yes, sir. Oh, is this the celebrity?
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Yeah.
I know his name. I don't know if Steve, is it Steve Carell?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that his name
yeah.
on the show, or is that?
No, that's
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
that's
What's his name on the show?
You know his name on the show. Michael
Mike-
Scott.
It's Michael Scott. Okay. Yeah. I was
No,
thinking
God,
Steve Carell was maybe his name on the show. Here's the deal.
My relationship to this movie is like Michael Scott's relationship to Toby.
I've never watched the
Okay.
show long enough to be able to understand that reference, but I'm sure a lot of people out there do.
Well, these are all going to be Office people.
Okay, cool. That's Dwight on the show, but what's his name in real life? It's something. Carl? It's
Something that happens in Washington a lot.
Oh, Rain Tree?
Good. Rain.
Rain is his last name?
No, is his first name.
Rain is his first name.
Yes.
I have no idea what his
And-
last name is.
And then his last name is the last name of one of our best friends.
Fucking Hoffman.
Nope, not in the room.
Okay, not in the room.
Lives in Sudden Valley.
Sudden Valley. Wilson? Rain Wilson?
There you go.
Wow. Rain with two N's. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, I've seen the name. Yeah. Okay.
All right, and then
Oh, dude, I almost said John Hamm. Hold up. Don't. No. I know it's not John Hamm. Hold on. Don't tell me.
it's a
Oh, don't
Great.
tell me, dude. Don't tell me. I'm going to be so mad that I don't have this. Justin? Is it Justin?
no. You got John.
was correct.
John
It
was
is John.
correct.
Damn. All right. Wait. John Maloney? No. John, dear John.
John.
Excuse me. Give me the first initial. Don't give me
K.
the last initial.
Okay.
John Krasinski. I don't. It's
Yeah.
Krasinski or Krasinski.
I
or-
would pretty much give you.
Or Krasinski.
Yep.
Zach,
Good job.
John Krasinski.
Oh. Oh shit! I fucked that up. Danny Trejo. Okay.
That's
Okay,
comedy.
so now
That's comedy.
You can't really see this, but it says
Yeah.
what movie did John Krasinski
Krasinski.
direct, write, and star in?
Direct, right, and star in. I did watch this one. It's the one with You Can't Listen. What's that one?
Well-
Don't listen. Shut up. Stop talking.
They're
Hold
all
on.
synonyms.
Silence. It's Quiet Place. A Quiet Time.
Yeah, I didn't put A Quiet Place on there, but yes, it's A Quiet Place. So good job.
Yeah. Nice. Whew. That's a good movie. Did you like that
I love
trilogy?
that.
Did you like the
Yes,
all of them?
I did like all of them.
Yeah.
But okay, so
Oh, here we go.
oh,
Dude, we're doing the Bombshell Squad for you.
all right. So that is from Fantastic Four.
Okay.
She played the Invisible Woman. That's Jessica Alba.
Easy peasy. Did you recognize that off the bat? Did you know immediately?
Yeah, I know Jessica Alba.
You knew that? Okay.
I think,
I'm trying
yeah.
to find a photo that was like not really look like her that much.
Oh.
Oh, good one. Good
Oh,
one.
what else?
Jonah.
Okay, well, what's some movies she's from? Maybe.
Movies.
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
She's kind of like a pop icon too.
Scary movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
kind of like Scream Queen vibes.
But it's not Anna Faris.
No, there's a Pokemon that shoots. The main Pokemon that's yellow has this power.
Electric. Oh, Karma Electric. Carmen Electric.
Nice, Carmen Electra.
Electra.
Electra,
Oh,
yeah.
Is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is what she was only in Scary Movie?
She is.
She was also married to Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, there was like a big.
That was a deep take. Okay.
Yeah.
Now this next one.
She also had music, but yeah.
Oh.
Dude, this one's the easiest one. This was the lob.
This one was a lob.
Come on, my
Jessica
guy.
Alba was a lob. It's not Salma, or it is Salma Malik or
Close. Yeah,
Salma
that's close.
Hayek.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh.
we'll give you that one.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll
nice.
give you that one. Salma Hayek. Yeah.
Salma. Yeah, I was actually gonna almost put this one in for you last week
Oh, really?
with
Why didn't you?
Penelope Cruz and all those
Penelope Cruz, yeah.
people.
Bombshells, dude.
yeah.
Hey, good job. You went 3 for 3. Yeah. Nice.
Okay, so now we're
Strong
gonna
work.
go into you can't judge a book by its cover.
But you can judge some movies.
All right, that's okay. Okay, so now we're
Let's
gonna
run it.
watch Jonah struggle.
There we go.
I think I put it up there on one of those. Okay,
Easy peasy.
what do we think here?
I feel like this is always the toughest part of this entire 45 minutes. Deciding the genre and
Should we do
the-
horror or
Let's do love, rom-com. What about
Oh.
romance?
okay,
Do we have romance in here?
romance?
It's February. It's
It
the
is.
month of romance.
We're gonna do 80s romance movies.
Oh,
80s
shit.
romance. I think 80s were big. What was that? Patrick
Oh
Swayze?
man, give me Tom Hanks. Sleepless in Seattle.
What is this? Some kind of wonderful. This is from the 80s? That
It
movie
kinda-
poster
Is
doesn't.
that David Bowie? Just kidding. I don't know any of these.
I don't
people,
recognize
do I?
any of these people either, but they're just stacked up like they were in a Sears photo shoot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch this.
Nope. Fuck this.
Some kind of wonderful. Sorry
Get
if
this
everybody.
shit
They gave
outta
it good
here.
scores. 75, 66. Yeah. All right.
Give me
Randomize.
Oh, actually, you know,
Ooh, what is it?
talking about a good
Movie
movie, poster.
posters.
This is kind of good.
Yeah.
I like the stars. I like the little fucking volcano going on.
Oh, I didn't realize the volcano. in there.
always turns into an airplane.
And it's a little bit of a silhouette. You got a silhouette, which is, I don't know if that's a sunset in the background or what, but I do like the layers here. So you get the ground,
Yeah.
the mid layer.
It's a good movie
The
poster,
sky.
I'd say.
Yeah. Based off the movie poster, you're sitting down with your lovely, cuddling up, and you're like, hey, let's watch a rom-com from the 80s, or just a romance movie from the 80s. We turn the lights down.
And now they're back.
What do you think about Always?
So yeah, I
I think so.
would
I
hit
give it, yeah. Like,
hit.
subscribe, share, Always.
Always and forever. All right.
Wait a second.
That's funny. Because it's like always.
Always
you're gonna
going
get it.
to Dirty
Oh,
Dancing, dude. I was hoping this was
Oh,
going to come
and this
up.
is who's the guy?
Patrick
Swayze.
Patrick Swayze. Patrick
Um,
Swayze and
I've never seen this movie
forget
actually.
Who the lady is? You've never seen the movie
I've never seen the movie. No, it's like I feel like I've never seen Footloose either, and I feel like this is kind
with
of like,
Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
Dude, I think I'm not gonna say you should watch it, but
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
What is it? What is it?
It's
Are
a
they
cute. It's a
just-
good. It's a good. Like it's like a love story. It's a love story about this manly macho guy who gets into dancing. He's a dancer, and then I forget the exact plot. It's been a while since I watched it, but then this woman, he has to like teach her how to dance, and she's like very bashful and
Ooh,
stuff. And so then they're like doing their thing, dancing, and then
Have you ever seen
Love
Silver Linings Playbook?
not fully. Is that with
Bradley
Bradley
Cooper.
Cooper and Jennifer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lawrence. And it's kind of like they're like learn a dancing routine together and
Oh.
fall in love. And
Yeah, so it's
So-
essentially it's kind of like that then. Yeah, but in the 80s. So take
Cool.
that for what you will.
All right. Well,
Like,
now should we
music.
fucking calm down a little bit?
Dude, I've been calm. What are you talking about?
And yeah, have you read any more Mistborn
Yes.
at all?
Yes.
Okay. What's going on? What's happening in the final
Right
empire?
now, I feel like we're gonna branch off. We were talking about this a little bit, but we might start a book club.
I know. Well,
You heard it here first, dude. We got to talk because there's too many good books. There's too many good movies. Too many good shows. The Mistborn series, The Final Empire. Right now, I am where. So we've got Vin. She knows fully she's a Mistborn. And we've got her as Lady Valette going undercover.
And,
right now, Kelsior, the guy that's like the leader of this little group and army that they're trying to muster up to go against the noble,
the Lord Ruler.
The Lord Ruler, but like his nobility, like his the nobility, right?
Yeah.
And so
the fall.
That whole army and everything was like getting ready. They're getting all pumped, and now
because you were at the caves with Kelsier was at the caves.
Yeah.
Kind of just checking out the army.
It's been a couple chapters now, and Vin's back in like the nobility. She overhears like, yo, there's this like rebel uprising, and we've got them. We're gonna go get their asses, and so it seems like. Maybe like a couple thousand or like a few, like a bunch of the men that were in this rebel army just kind of went out and tried to do their own thing, and they attacked a little bit too soon. They were discovered, and now and then so Vin and Kelsier are like kind of in this mad dash to get there.
Pewter, what's it called? Pewter, dragging.
Yes. So she's just been burning this shit forever.
Yeah.
And so now she's kind of feeling that in her body, and she's like, dude, I need to like fall asleep. Right.
Yeah.
And so he's like, just keep burning it. And so that's exactly where I'm at right now. Wow. So a lot of things I think have stayed the same. I'm still trying to get a handle on the whole, like all the different allomancy, all the different burning of the metals.
Yeah.
Including
there's a lot. It's a lot of information, but it's a really good intro book to that magic system.
Yeah. And I think Lord Elend, the love interest that's coming into play here.
Do you like him?
He's fine. Yeah. I feel like I don't really know enough about him. He's kind of a little stinker, you know?
Yeah.
But it seems like he's trying to do the right thing and go up against the Lord Ruler. But that could all be a facade because maybe he's too advanced and he knows that Vin and Kelsier are spying on him. And he's like, I'm going to just tell them what they want to hear for now. And then, so let me ask you this. You don't have to say specific names. But 50% we say is majority, right? Are a majority of the characters that are in the first book, this Final Empire, are they still around in book 2, 3, 4, 5, however far along you are?
So book 1, 2, and 3 follows just these characters, and then it wraps up that story, and then book 4 is 300 years after.
Oh, right.
So book it's Mistborn. It's like a trilogy. And then it continues on the story with different characters in books 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, so it's like Game of Thrones and like the
dragon.
So
this is just this is like an important story,
set up.
And then and it's called Era 2, book 4.
Very original.
Yeah. So so you do follow books 1, 2, and 3 to answer your question. Yes, you follow the same characters.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you read the first book, was this like man, I gotta get my hands on the second book?
So it's a funny story there. I read this book, and then 4 years later, and to last year, and then I was like, oh yeah, why didn't I read the books 2 and 3? So I reread book 1, Final Empire, and then I read book 2 and I read book 3, and then I read book 4, and now I'm on book 5, and then I read this. It's called Secret History, and it's like this other perspective story that's happening in books 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, wow.
And so I've read that, and so
cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited to learn a little bit more about these characters. I was asking that because I was like, man, there's no way that all these people survive because they're setting some shit up to go down.
Yeah,
you know. And like I'm imagining Kelsier dying. I'm imagining all of the dudes that are in the crew dying. I'm imagining that Vin is going to be the only one that's going to be coming out on top and probably aligning with Ellen and having to turn on the crew. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
That's kind of what I think.
I like the theories. Yeah,
writing on the wall. Any other TV shows? Any other song? Dude, I gotta say this. How much time are we at?
40 minutes.
what do you got?
Give me 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Your boy got
Really? What happened?
by an AI artist.
Oh.
Oh my God! Did I tell you about that already?
Oh wait, no.
So I thought I was onto something new. I was like, man, I just found the next R&B soul sister of the 21st century. I was like, this is so good. And then I'm bumping this. The artist is Sienna Rose, is what it is, and found her on Spotify. Just random, like on a For You or whatever, right? And I was like, damn, this album is really good. It's just like, it kind of just tickled every piece of the brain that you wanted it to tickle, right, as you went through the songs. And I was like, is this the perfect album? But then I was like, why have I never heard of this artist? This album dropped in September of 2025, and it was great. And then maybe like a week goes by as I'm listening to this a few times, and then
Was there vocals in it, or was it all instrumental?
it was vocals. It's the whole thing. It's
it's the whole thing?
It's like now if I go back and listen, which I haven't listened to it since I found out it was AI, and I was like, damn,
Oh.
it pisses me off a little bit.
So do you think
But-
that's bad that that's happening, or do you think it's just another form of music?
I think it's just the next, it's just the next
'cause
thing.
it's like, yeah. Because
It's-
like, think about that.
It's kind of like the equivalent of people that said like instruments versus like EDM, everything that's created on a computer. You know,
Yeah.
like I imagine it like that. I imagine it like computers versus the fucking typewriter. I imagine it, so it's just like the next iteration. And I don't think that it takes away from human artists, because if anything, that just elevates you even that much more. It's
So
like,
then
this is a
you're on
piece of art from a
board.
human.
You're on board like with, so like say you write a prompt and you can be really descriptive, kind of just like making that music, but like making movies that are indistinguishable from like you can be real life
human,
movies, or it can
right.
be animated movies.
Yeah.
Do you think that is okay?
I
Like,
feel like that's a big question. Do I think that's okay?
Well,
If just the fact of
so
like,
do you
just-
think it's like that should be a thing that people can create and then
Yeah.
give to other people?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I think so. I think so because again, it's like if it's clearly labeled like, hey, this was made with AI, whatever that form of AI is, then you know. If it wasn't, then you also know. And I think that would then carry that much more weight, because it's like, hey, human beings still made this. It
Yeah.
wasn't artificially like supported. And for any consumer out there, it would make you think like, damn,
But you're
That
not
is a
going
little
back
different.
to that Sienna Rose artist because
not yet.
because you feel confused about it.
Mainly, I'm just mad that I didn't catch myself.
Ah.
But that's the thing. It's like now we're breaking into that stage of like, oh, dude, what is
Light.
What is
That thing is
AI.
like just on 0.1%.
what is real?
Yeah. Well, maybe AI.
I'll send it to you though. I bet you like it. It's cool.
Maybe AI can tell us if reincarnation is real and what the void is like. Maybe. It'll
Way to
get
bring it back
super
full circle,
intelligence
dude.
up.
Let's go. I like it. Hey, thank you for joining us on this ride. I'll say it again. I don't think I can say it enough times this episode. Don't watch Enter the Void with your kids.
If you really want just a completely unique, different type of movie than I've ever seen before,
Yeah.
taking a step outside what's normal and regular in movies, and
Or acceptable even. I
yeah,
would say.
and it like if you're already kind of like sad and about depressed about life, maybe don't watch this
Very
movie.
good call out.
And
Yeah.
because it can just make you kind of sad and depressed and
Yeah.
and I can watch movies like that, but I just had a hard time with this movie.
Definitely be mindful. You bring up a good point. Be mindful of the headspace that you're in. It's not a movie that you want to watch if you're already like
Yeah.
down about something.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but
Thanks for
calling that
calling that out.
it's good that I watched it because it's just a different type of of media.
Yeah.
you put that in the experience of what you like and don't like. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Helps you draw those lines.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, until next time, thank you for tuning in. The next movie of the week, Parasite. Check it out on your favorite streaming platform. Much love.
Love you guys.